Alright, and we're live. So I can find it on here. How's it going, Wicked? I believe that's your name, right? Wicked Insanity, that's cool. So when the trains are rolling, it's super loud in here, so if I don't respond back vocally, I'll at least try to type something out. Also have Nikki here helping us out with moderating the chat and everything. That's awesome. NCL Scenic Ridge Kit. Who makes those? Is that Woodland Scenic by any chance? Hey Z, how's it going? I'm trying to run these as slow as I can so I can talk to you guys. Hey H-Train, how's it going? Let's say we have a bunch of people today. This is so cool. Yeah, and this New York Central F3 set is like the quietest set I have on the tracks right now. Okay, yeah. All right. Hey, Henry. Okay, yeah, Kato Track's pretty cool. When I did N-scale stuff, I ended up using the Bachmann stuff, and I had a lot of issues with points or switches, depending. I've heard a lot of European modelers call it points. But yeah, I had tons of issues with the Bachmann stuff. And it was all like the easy track. But the Kato stuff seems really cool. Yeah, the Kato stuff is awesome. I wish I would have done that when I had my N-scale stuff. I actually have a ton of N-scale in the back. I think my Canadian National just derailed somewhere. Nope. We're good. Just went around. No, it's a good track. Do not get HO scale. We'll put trains. Yeah, like, I've done a lot of filing work on the track. Like, for example, here, I'll take the phone really quick. For stuff like for here, like where the insulated rail is, I had to file this down. Anywhere like my track touches, I actually put in the insulator pins here. Where else? I had some other issues here just because of the floor not being even. So I had to use like a little file set and go in between all of these, make them nice and flush. Yeah, it would help with derailment for sure. There's our cat. She loves our trains. So. Yeah, our cat's like, this is nap time with the trains. Up top, I actually have this Western Maryland GP9 where I'll actually set the phone down. I'll show you guys that, run around. Yeah, my old dog actually destroyed one of my favorite trains. My first house with my parents back in the day. It's actually an old 1688. I'll show you guys really quick. So like my dog actually took his nose and put it on the track. And then I had one of these, it was an original. And this thing went shooting off the platform. This is a 1930s Lionel 1688 that I repainted and then restored. Let's see. I'll show you guys the bottom of it real quick. I did a lot of motor work in here. It's pretty clean. H-Train. So I have heard of the Hot Wheels set. They're pretty cool. I actually saw one of those on The Price is Right the other day, and then they had the Scooby-Doo set. They're pretty cool. I think they're, do you know what the diesel is by any chance? If it's like an Alco style or like a GM style? Yeah, we have Catzilla now on the train garden. Uh-oh, losing power.
No, she's probably not that soon. I thought she was about to try to chase them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if it's like, if I can grab it really quick, I have. I'll actually turn off the train real quick. So if it's like the engine that's running, like my New York Central, that's like a GM type style. Just like the basic terminology here. And then if I can find one, if I can get to it. I've got tons of stuff everywhere. We're actually still putting the attic together for the train room.
There she goes.
Yeah, Catzilla's about to strike.
Or she's just gonna lay out there.
Yeah.
She was like, this train isn't moving. I will sleep here.
Yeah, Western Maryland's gonna get moving soon. to sign back in. The computer logged me out. Let's see. So
that's not smart. You're laying right on the track.
yeah. So H-Train. So this is an Alco style, from my understanding. Here, I'll back up the camera so you can see. This is the Alco style. And if you guys ever watch R's Trains, he actually has one of these, and he runs it pretty frequently. It's pretty cool to see. Yeah, I used to have my train room in the basement, my parents' place. I want to do a stream from their house just to show you guys what I've pretty much grown up with. Uh-oh, Catzilla again. Hey, Happy New Year, Southern. How's it going? And I was just saying, yeah, our cat is nuts too. There she is. There she goes. Oh, GP8. That's awesome. So up top is actually a GP9 or 10. I think it's closer to a 9. No, that's fine. No worries. But yeah, this is actually it's an MTH GP9 I picked up from a show a few years back. I did a little bit of a video clip on it. I think the original owner passed away, and his son was at a train show, and he sold it to me for way under. He just really wanted it gone. It was super sad. He also had an Atlas version of this. Yeah, she loves the trains. She will sit on the track, and like when I was wiring up the whole town this week, she was literally sitting on the track just watching everything. And then I have pictures in front of my chassis stuff. We have a lot of chassis stuff around. Yeah, Nikki's like, yeah, she loves the trains. If I open up our attic door, yeah, she's downstairs now. As soon as I open the attic door, she runs upstairs and will lay on the platform or in the mountains. Like the mountains are all hollowed out. Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
That is awesome. Yeah, I wish, my dad and I have actually talked about doing a hobby store. And there's actually a hobby store. I don't want to give away the location because it's an older gentleman. My dad's always said, like, if that ever would sell, would you be interested in it? And I said yes and no, but it would be pretty awesome to run it. I just know there's a lot of competition, but I would definitely advertise trains and get people really interested in them. S-Gauge. I do not currently have S-Gauge. I don't have anything against Flyer. I'm a Lionel, well, O scale, O gauge, whatever you call it. Definitely an O fan, but S-Gauge would be really cool. My only issue is like I don't know how to do 2-rail stuff properly. So I can get this. Yeah, I'll actually show you guys the top one run. I pulled out this Western Maryland engine because they ran the 1309, which is under restoration this weekend. And that's out, I think, in Cumberland, Maryland. I had some connections tell me, yeah, you should have checked it out. I didn't even know about it. So it would have been really cool. Heck of a collection, Lionel, old stuff. So I actually have a ton of pre-war stuff that my dad got me into, my great uncle got me into, and my first engine ever, if you're familiar with pre-war, is a 248 with 2 passenger cars. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the 248 here, but I have a 252. I actually have 3 252s. I think like 12 1688s and a bunch of other little cars and stuff. Check out the channel, H-Trains. What a video. Hot Wheels. Yeah, I'll have to check that out too. I'd love to see the Hot Wheels set because I've heard it has different like voiceovers and stuff. Oh wow. Yeah, I never understood why people never got into the pre-war stuff like a whole bunch. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's pretty easy to fix. I mean, it's pretty straightforward compared to the newer stuff, and it looks really cool under the tree for Christmas. Other than it just being kind of fragile and a lot of other stuff. Yeah, the only modern-esque Lionel set I'd really like to get a hold of is the like of the starter set stuff is the Halloween set. I thought that was really cool. It has like I think it's an Alco engine with some other interesting cars. Yeah, for Transformers, I actually just picked up what is it? I don't want to say the wrong name. It's not. I can actually look really quick because I have. Oh, what is this? So I picked up a ZW Transformer right before Christmas, and a coworker of mine just gave me a bunch of Lion Chief stuff. I'm going to try to figure out. It's actually in a crate in the corner. Definitely check out his channel. His channel is the Train Seekers, and it's like a red logo. He goes after like live diesels and stuff, and then also he's building an N-scale garden that's huge. I mean, it's like his entire basement, and then he also collects a lot of insulators, which is something I recently kind of got into, and it's been a lot of fun. Like Nikki got into it too. She loves glassware. Mm-hmm. So we picked up some insulators from a what do you call it, antique shop, and they're a couple bucks a piece. We throw a tea light underneath. They look great. Yes, actually, this set here is, let's see. So I'll actually take the camera out and show you. I have tons of Williams stuff. So this whole set, this F3 set here is all Williams. The A unit in the front is powered. This is a leader A unit or like a dummy unit. And then all these cars like the baggage, the combo, these other 3 coaches, and then the observation car are actually all Williams. And then what else? I have a bunch of other Williams, like these E7s down here. These 2 are Williams. This ugly duckling here, BL2, is Williams. It's Williams. I have like 2 of the Pensy turbines. What else? Atlantic East Coast, which is under here in one of those boxes, is also Williams. And then a bunch of other sets that are in that crate there I have to put up on the shelf. Oh, wow. Yeah, I have one eye that's weaker than the other, so I have a bunch of issues with like depth perception. And I think it's from doing like a lot of work stuff on computers or looking down at things smaller. But yeah, that happened. I was with N-Scale for a while, then I had to dump it to get something a little bit bigger. No depth perception. Holy crap. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Yeah, my dad actually, he has his glasses. I've always been pretty strong, like his prescription, and he's had glasses since eyes were gonna go one of these days. They haven't yet. It's just one of my eyes are off, so it kind of makes things blurry or out of focus. HO in the 90s. That's awesome. What HOs did you have back then? And my dad used to have HO2 until I destroyed them as a kid, so they're all in a box. Oh, wow. Tycho, man, those were so cool back in the day. It's really weird. Let's see if I can find it. So I don't know if this is related to the Tyco trains, but all these electronic pieces from Home Depot I've been buying say Tyco Electronics. So I'm not sure if, maybe they switched from doing like toys. I know I used to have a ton of RC stuff from Tyco. A lot of HO trains were Tyco. I've actually repaired a couple. Athearn trains, they were really nice. Those were nice models. And they ran really smooth from what I've been told as well. You can't have my alligator clips. I just bought these.
You got them at what, Home Depot?
Yeah, I got all of them at Home Depot. On top of that, I'll make you drool a little bit. I just got all these test clips too. I just dug out of all my stuff. And these are really cool. Like, if you're working on something really small, like, what's a great example? Like, armatures for motors. You can actually use these and clip them in. I'm going to try to focus the camera real quick. But yeah, you get these little clips here. You can clip right onto an armature and just do a bunch of testing with them. Tyco out of, yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I thought they did go out of business, but I wasn't sure if they used like the licensing or something similar. Yeah, I think it's kind of ironic. It's like, yeah, I'm using Tyco. All my switches and stuff are from them. Yeah, I mean, like I got my stuff from Depot, and oh man, they were kind of expensive. I know the price of things have gone up, especially where we are. Everything is like, I don't want to say, it doesn't make any sense. Everything's imported, so to say, because where we live outside of like a rural town. So our depot, like the price of wood has gone up. Any type of, like even pine, which is like the cheapest stuff you could get, has gone up. Even like the miscellaneous like 2x2s, like that my layout's made of. Here, I'll show you guys. So like all of these, when I built the garden, these were like $1.75 a piece back in I want to say September, and now they're about $3.50.
Also, like, whenever lumber comes in, it's like bought up right away.
Yeah, all the good lumber's kind of gone. You have to pick through it. Like, I have a bunch of lumber sitting in here. I'm going to build a train shelf, and I'm going to do a video on that, show you guys how to do it. And the budget, what was my budget on there? I think it was like $25. Hurricane Louisiana. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, shipping is insane right now. I have a lot of friends that are truckers and family that are in the shipping industry. They said it's insane. And up top, what was it? You had a Santa Fe Tyco. That's awesome. I think, I don't know if it was an F7 or F3, like the classic Santa Fe engine set. I got one of those. I think it was my brother's, and I kind of commandeered it, and I ran it in the ground. But we got that at KB Toys, so that was a...
I missed KB Toys.
Yeah, KB Toys was pretty cool. They had one at our mall outside of Baltimore, where I grew up, and we used to get all kinds of stuff from there. They had like weird toys. It wasn't like Toys R Us was like the giant kiddie warehouse, and KB Toys was kind of like the underdog at the mall. So every kid was in KB. Like, you didn't have to, drive there separately. Like, the kids could go to the mall, and you could go in KB and run out, and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, price gouging. Yeah, unfortunately. Can't even find foam. Oh, jeez. Okay, really quick, guys, I'll get this GP9 rolling up here. She's kind of loud, but it's got Protosound 1 in it. It's one of my favorite engines to run just because of all the sound effects and such. And it has like the It does have some crew talk that's kind of bland, but I'm not like a huge fan of a lot of the crew talk of like the modern Lionel stuff. It's kind of cheesy, but it seemed like MTH is a little bit crispier, so to say.
You carried that darn thing for like 2 hours at the train show after you bought it.
Yeah, I carried this engine. I bought this engine at the start of a train show at the fairgrounds in Maryland. And I carried it around the whole time because I saw people walking around up to it. It went for $50. Like, I couldn't pass it up, so I had to run to an ATM. The guy was like, cash only. It was an estate sale. I carried the engine the entire show. I forgot to bring a backpack. They were kind of weird about bringing bags in. So I had to switch arms, and Nikki was like, you need help? So we traded back and forth. It probably weighs like 2 or 3 pounds, maybe even a little bit more.
Probably around 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's a dual motor. It's got a ton of weight to it, and actually the ABS body underneath is all die cast, right where the tanks are and stuff. Get an O-scale K-line Christmas set. I like K-line stuff, and I'm surprised they went under. I know Lionel kind of bought them, and then it was K-line, then K-line by Lionel for a while. I actually have some stuff like this is K-line, and they came out with these in like the mid 2000s or so. And this is a Strasbourg engine number 1. I don't know why it's not focusing. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. So they actually have this engine at Strasbourg, and I love the decals on it, and the bell's got like a little tether so the bell moves when it runs around. Help my buddy carry a 69 Camaro hood. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I haven't done anything that heavy around fairgrounds, but the train was definitely it was a feat. My arm hurts so bad. I should always bring a backpack. That's the moral of the story, with some like foam in it. Yeah, I love this little Strasbourg's a lot of fun. I got to open it up and service it. It's kind of crunchy right now. It's got to put some like Molly grease in it and get it rolling again.
Sweet tooth.
Yeah, we're meeting tons of new people on YouTube and stuff. It's been great. I mean, you guys make the channel happen. Our subscribers make it happen. It's really just enjoying the trains and then sharing them with people. I'm not here to like belittle anyone on train stuff or, you know, tell anyone that they're wrong or whatever. I'm just here to enjoy it and share the experiences with you guys. And just doing the live stream with you guys right now is making the whole day, you know, that much better of a day.
Oh, hi, baby.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry to hear that. Here, really quick, I'll run this GP9 for you guys. And I did have to change the battery, which is kind of interesting. Like, I know a lot of guys will, I think they put rectifiers in them now, so they don't have to put batteries in them. Here, I'll show you guys the engine going across. Oh, Catzilla jumped back on the garden. Here, I'll put the camera down for a second. And we'll do that. Scale dual motor Santa Fe. Does it still work by any chance? And is it, how old is the Santa Fe? X-Way can't understand. Nikki puts up with it. She definitely puts up with the trains. Yeah, I think everyone's basement suffers from moisture, and unfortunately most of us are forced to put the layouts in the basement, so it doesn't really help us out there. I actually have a friend of mine, their basement floods out all the time because of a bad downspout, unfortunately. Years old. Yeah, this engine actually does all the crew talk on itself. It does like a program. Good night. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of things.
Jenny says good night.
Yeah, our cat says good night too. So 30-year-old train still works a little bit. Had to yell at it. Well, if you ever need help with fixing anything, just send me a message or an email. I'm trying to get a Facebook page going so you guys can send me messages through that if you guys ever need help with like tutorials or figuring stuff out. Yeah, GP9's running through like its sound program. It's weird, like the crew talk on the MTH stuff, like the early stuff, is somewhat like relevant, I guess. Like I kind of hear like, for a second it sounded like a backup alarm for like a truck, but now it's just kind of running like a compressor cycle, I guess. And let's see. So the engine actually just did that on its own. That was pretty cool. So, let's see. Spray gun booths and such. I forgot the website to check it out for that stuff. I'll actually turn off the GP9 real quick. It's gonna power down. It's nice and quiet now. I forgot what air tools to look up. I have like a knockoff Amazon set that it was like a little under $100. It gave you like 2 spray guns and a compressor with, oh geez, a couple of like little reservoir tanks. It works okay. I've only used it to paint like a guitar for a friend. I haven't used it for any modeling stuff, but I definitely want to get into like relicking stuff or what do you call it? Weathering. There you go. I'm thinking the music term. Everyone's like, you gotta relic stuff. But I'm thinking like weathering stuff, like my freight house and some of my cars and stuff. Maybe put like a little bit of dirt on them or something. I'm not a huge fan of weathering freight cars. Like some of my reefer cars up top have weathering that came with the models. And they look really nice. But if it's not weathered originally, I really don't like doing that. Plus, this is more of a toy train garden. Let's see, best bang for the buck with, yeah, okay. And the water damage, the train has 2-pound block of lead for weight. Wow, okay. Yeah, unfortunately, let's see. It might be like a traction tire issue or, let's see. I don't know what I could do to fix that, because I've had certain issues like that with like HO engines not having enough weight, especially like to get across switches or whatnot. But maybe try cleaning up the wheels and putting like new traction tires on. If it is traction tire, I'm not exactly sure. There's a couple other things you can do. You can kind of swap out the wheels for like magnet traction wheels if you can find them. My brain wants me to buy the best I can afford. Yeah, definitely try it Amazon. That's your best bet. I forgot the name of the kit. I forgot the name of the air kit that I have. But like I said, it was very affordable. I was in school at the time, so I really didn't have much to spend at all either. I only had a few dollars from like Christmas and birthday money. Probably seen it. Yeah, I mean, and Amazon, unfortunately, like a lot of stuff on there is kind of knockoff. So it may be the same exact product, but it's just under a different name or like a different overseas manufacturer. So like you may see something like it says like Art Kit, and then the next day it comes out and says like Art Kit number 2, just for an example. And actually recently, I'll show you guys this really quick. It took me forever. It's probably the spray boost and almost, yeah, they're all about the same. And honestly, they're probably made in the same place. They're just under different names. It's just how it is. But yeah, guys, really quick. I wired up the lights on the garden for the buildings. And I actually used these little bases here with incandescent lights, compared to using the LEDs that I really planned on using. It was kind of unfortunate. Like I could not get these LEDs to work. I think they had issues with probably wiring them in parallel. For some reason, they just did not want to wire up. So I ended up buying these incandescent bulbs and found a different looking one. I went with, yeah, like I really wanted LEDs. And they were bought on Amazon. The company was really nice to me and everything, but it just didn't work out. So I went with that, and then the gas station actually plugs in separately. This is like a clock that was given to me. I have actually 2 or 3 more of these, and they actually just plug in with an AC adapter. And then this is a Lino model at the end that was pre-wired, which is pretty cool. And what else? Oh yeah, also the freight shed has 2 bulbs in it. And I recently painted that up, so that looks cool. Oh yeah, this is pre-lit too. This Lino little platform there. The original. Oh, okay.
You also wired up your house. I don't know if you mentioned it.
Yeah, I have seen the Master Airbrush kits. They're pretty cool. Yeah, the original owner put it in to run faster or smoother. To run smoother. Sorry. Okay. I mean, depending on what you like to do, I guess there's a couple options for it. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to find like magnet traction wheels and stuff. I wouldn't want to destroy anything, but if it works, it works. I've had similar issues with some of the Lionel plastic stuff. Let's see, like the Amtrak Alco I showed you earlier had issues with it because oh god, what was it? The motors are actually on the trucks. So here, I'll actually show you guys. So it's something really weird. The motors are actually here. It's a DC motor on the track, or on the truck, sorry. And sometimes these have issues with traction and picking up. Any more than like a couple cars, these are done. Also, these rollers here, they can easily pop out. I thought about doing a PO box. I'm not sure how to, but I can look up how to do that. That'd be really cool. I can set up here. I'm actually looking at building a studio up here with a couple screens. So I don't have to use my Mac to like mirror it. So I can actually plug in a web camera to the computer itself and then have screens. I also have to give a shout out to JP Videos for helping me get the live streams together. He's been very helpful. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, definitely check him out. Or for anyone who sees this after the live stream has ended, definitely check out JP Videos and RJ Productions or RJ7 Productions. They've been awesome trying to get me off the ground, just giving me little tips in there. And so, but I'm actually using the same live studio he's using. It's a Prism live stream, and it helps get you out there before you get the 1,000 subscribers, before YouTube allows you to go off a mobile device to stream. Don't got much. It was on. Oh wow! Congrats! I mean, that's awesome. And I'm glad to see you're here in good health. You guys have any requests for trains to see run? Or any of these trains here? Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Thank you so much for being here. And
it's too rough now. Wow, that's crazy weather.
yeah. Yeah,
I actually know someone who had a parent who died from prostate cancer, so that's a heck of a battle. And
yeah, oh yeah. Congratulations on on beating that for sure. I mean, that's a life goal in itself. I have a couple coworkers that have had, not at the current job I'm at, but in the past they've had issues similar to that in that system, and They beat it as well too, just because of modern research and such. But it's definitely a battle. Yeah, actually, I had a grandfather with colon cancer because he unfortunately refused to get checked out, and he died much younger. But I've heard now that's even better too. Yeah, I can definitely try to set up a PO box. Our post office is actually kind of like walking distance. Oh wow. Hey guys, really quick, I'm gonna post a video this week on my control box here, which, let me turn off that train, it's dying on me. So yeah, all these little holes here will actually eventually house a switch, or it says Lionel. I don't know what word that is. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote that, but Lionel, I think I wrote track. I wrote it really quick, but what I did was I took a plate, aluminum plate with a box, painted Lionel colors here, and this is going to house all my accessories on the platform. So this will be for my lights, for the town. The next one over will be for my accessories. And what else? I have another spacer here for to make the track. I'll show you guys really quick. Well, I'll do this first. This is actually going to be for a dead zone on the track. And then this is for a second dead zone. And I'll show you guys that in a second. And then these buttons are for my push buttons. Like if you go to like a fire hall, train garden, or I think Choo Choo Barn had some too when we were there. They have push buttons that activate certain things on the platform. So what I'm going to try to do is hook up one for the switch tower. The next one will be for a whistle or a horn station. This one, I think this is for the ice house that I have. And this last one, I forgot what this one is for. Oh, it's for the milk station, or the milk loading zone, I guess you could call it. It's like the old Lionel milk car with the platform. Yeah, thank you so much. And these are super easy to make. I think this is a kick plate for a door. Just make sure you can drill through it. And aluminum is really nice because it's really soft, and you can drill through it pretty easily. Just make sure you square everything up. Like I took a square here and I drew all my lines first, and then plotted all these out. Then I used a punch to punch just little dots before I drilled anything. And then I'm going to use self-tapping screws, like stainless steel. You want to use a metal that's harder than the plate so you can actually drill through it without stripping anything else. And then this is going to be for, let's see what's in the drawer. Oh, where is it? Aha, here it is. I'm sure you guys have seen these a lot. So these are the uncouplers or decoupler, and then the unload buttons. And that will go here right in the center. So you have a nice L Lionel logo right in the center of there. And then, what else? Oh yeah, this is the emergency cutoff. So if it's a kill switch. And this light will be on to show that this is getting power through here. But yeah, this is an emergency kill switch just in case something goes haywire. Especially with like some of the older Lionel accessories, like, let me go up here. So my signal beacon, if you guys haven't had one of these before, or if you want one, they're pretty easy to wire up. It's just a hot lead and then a return. But with these older beacons, this spins by using the heat of the bulb. So I can actually pull this over. So on top of here are these little fins here. And what it does is that the bulb has this little dimple on top, and this sets with a pin. Oh, of course it's not going to go down because the wiring. But that just kind of floats there. And when the bulb heats up, you kind of place the fins on top. The bulb will actually start to spin really slow. Basically, over time, they would replace these with a electromagnetic system that buzzes and basically has these little feet. Looks like it's like this. It's like a claw, and the feet would actually turn and propel the light around the light fixture, or propel the lens around the light fixture instead of using heat. So that's going to get wired up on my accessory line, but the center here is your hot, like this pole that goes up from the bottom all the way up to the top. This guy here. This is your hot, and then the outer is your return. So if a train were to derail, like if I'm running post or pre-war, and the train were to derail and hit this, it's going to short out across my accessory. And if that were to happen, unfortunately on the accessory on here, these are my two accessory out, there's no circuit breaker. So I'm going to have like a catastrophic fail. So if that were to happen, I can then just go here and just hit, the kill switch. So all this is out. On top of that, let's see. I'm going to do a video on how to wire all this stuff up for you guys, but this looks kind of confusing. But this is a jumper pack that I built many years ago, which basically, I'll show you guys really quick. Here's your 2 in. The orange is hot and the black is your return. And you basically just go, it's to organize your accessories that don't require any type of switching. So you go, in layman's terms, positive, negative, and so on. So you can wire all kinds of stuff up. It's a little confusing at first, but this is the old school way of doing that I was taught. Yeah, no problem, Henry. I'll do that. I can actually tell Nikki to do that once we get off the live stream. But yeah, the layout's coming along, and I've got a ton more stuff to do. I basically have to wire up like all these accessories that I have, like these old school, let's see. This is from the 50s. Basically, this guy goes in and that guy runs down. And, yeah, terminal blocks, I'm sorry. Restoring which one? The signal tower or the beacon? And then what else is over here? I haven't figured out what to put in this corner, but it's definitely coming along. And then up top, I have this Pensy freight stand from, what was it? I forgot who made this. I think it's MTH. So basically the freight load, it flies down once you apply power. I got to look into how to wire it up and make it work. It has like a whole power pack with it, or a controller pack, so I can find it. Yeah, unfortunately, oh, here it is. So yeah, it's this crazy thing here. I would have put this on my panel, but the thing is, I don't understand why MTH put the wires hanging out on the front side compared to the back or the side, so it looks really weird. I wouldn't want to mount this on here and then have the wires going in here. It just look kind of strange. Two-track to controller. Yeah, unfortunately, all this is 3-rail, so it's been a while since I messed with anything 2-rail. And then this is actually wired up through an insulated rail here on the outside. That's why I got the electrical tape here. It's kind of ugly. I'm going to cut this down eventually once everything's set. But I actually did a video on this. So if you guys are interested in how to wire up that type of stuff, I mean, check out that video. It's really simple. Here's actually my lead right here. Goes into here, and then the other connects to the center. And then you're able to power these within a block. And the block starts here, right where this insulator pin is. And then it goes, let's see, goes all the way to here on the outer rail. And it's kind of finicky taking up this rail, but it works pretty well. Army green is... Yeah, it's a lot of green on the platform. I also have trees that are going to be out once I get all the wiring done. And once all the wiring's done and completed, then I'm going to go full out with a lot more like road building. Like I'm going to put a road in like right in the center and then come back here. And these are going to be like parking spaces here. What else? I also need to do a parking lot for my diner and just run a basic road through. And then up top there, I'm not sure what to do yet. I'm still planning that out. But the, oh yeah, the other accessory up there is the, what do you call that? The billboard. It moves back and forth between, I think, like a gym and then Lionelville, which is kind of weird. It's an interesting piece for sure. Oh, the beacon. Okay. Now, is it this style or the one with the electromagnet? Put an old caboose without the wheels there. You know, I thought about that on this side. That would be so cool. I have seen that model, and I actually have some older cabooses that need help. So maybe do some weathering on there and place it in this area, because this is like the industrial part up top. And then the ice tower here, I thought about doing like a lake or some type of water feature, because I have like the Woodland Scenic, oh God, what is it? That you pour the water down. It's basically acrylic. It's a clear acrylic, and you put that down and you paint underneath. It works really well, but I thought about doing something ice related or refrigerators, but or some type of refrigerator, something or other there. But yeah, old caboose would look really cool. Grandpa needs a yard. Okay, yeah, Woodland Scenic. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind because I have that in a bottle. Yes, I think it is the Easy Water. And it's old. It's old as dirt, but it still works really well. I did some other work with that. But yeah, Woodland Scenic stuff, I saw that you're using Woodland for all your bench work. That stuff is really cool. Like all this is Woodland. What else is all this? Really, the whole platform. Anything you see that's green, or this brown stuff, or all my ballast, it's all Woodland. And the only complaint I have, it can be a little expensive if you're just starting out. But once you have it, you have it. Just kind of budget out. Do one section at a time and then try to blend them in. Because like some of my garden, I can actually tell where I stopped and started. Kind of like in here, like different shades and stuff. But that just gives me room to like put trees or something or bushes to cover it up. Lighting kit. Yeah, that is a great lighting kit. I have seen those. I didn't even think of that because I actually just bought the little beacons under my houses. I just bought those yesterday. Don't make it... Yeah. And that's the goal too. Because I have... Let's see. Sorry, I was just reading something. Yeah, I don't want to make it too busy because my parents' layout, or it's my dad's, his is very like post-war built. Like he's got 2 loops of, what is it, 036, and it's really tight. Like I could never run things as a kid, and it broke some of my engines. basically it was a 4x12 sheet up on this giant table, and it was built almost like an industrial table, and I just did not have any room at all for anything. But this is more of like a basic town, rural township. I'm taking some inspirations where I live and places I've seen. One with the motor spring. Spin it. Okay. Yeah, this beacon up there is actually just, like I said, it's this heat activated. I think it's an earlier, I know it's from the 50s, but I'm not sure what exactly, what the manufacturing did. I think it's like, I want to say 1953 to 57. I like incorporating some of Lionel's older stuff and newer stuff. It's just some of the really old stuff. Like I have the newspaper stand and a lot of Plasticville stuff that looks really cool, but it just does not fit what I'm trying to do. Like space-wise, I just wanted some like basic towns here. Finally put in a road with lines and stuff, and then put crossing gates in the back. I want to try to find some smaller crossing gates that are more to scale, so to say, rather than the toy ones in the back. And then use those for like Christmas time, or if I build like a post-war garden, that'd be really cool. Yeah, the steam stuff is expensive. I mean, the last steam engine I bought was right before I moved out in April or so. And that was, I think it was around, it was used. It's an MTH Protosound 1 Pensy K4. I think it was $150, which is really affordable, but it was broken. But some of the newer Lionel stuff that's like newer Lionel stuff that let's see, I gotta plug in, is extremely expensive. Like the legacy stuff, or the even some of the MTH like TMCC stuff is just out of this world pricey. Unfortunately right now I can't afford that. I have other priorities. But I like finding older trains that I can fix, inheriting stuff if I can. Like a lot of the trains on the garden I inherited through either friends or family, or just saved up and bought on my own at like train shows or liquidation type situations. Oh, and N scale. I'm sorry. Yeah, I actually have two model power N scale engines. One's oh god, what is it? It's one's a Mikado. I forgot the other one. It's not a K4, but it's something a little bit different. There's a Lionel Mickey Mouse that I have, and the only part I have for car. Oh wow. Yeah, there's a pre-war Lionel set of Mickey Mouse that I saw at a show, and it was when Mickey Mouse it had like a pointed nose. It was really weird. And it might have been a wind-up train, I'm not sure, but the guy wanted like, were you there for that one?
Mm-hmm.
How much was that train?
I think it was like $60 or $70. It was a little expensive, but I don't know.
No, I'm talking about the pre-war.
Oh.
I don't know if you were there for that one. The guy wanted
I think
like,
I was, because that, like, you did a lot of research on Mickey Mouse after that, so.
I think he wanted $5,000 for that set, and it had like the original. Mickey Mouse didn't even really have a face; it was just yellow, or it was like a weird.
I thought you were talking about like the little hand.
Oh no, not the hand car. No, no. This was it was a pre-war. I want to say 1920s train set. Don't quote me on it. It was awesome. It had like these little cars and stuff. Mickey train set box, not tamper with. $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse stuff. Nikki collects Minnie Mouse. Her whole hobby room is Minnie Mouse, and
Or Minnie Mouse.
yeah, a lot of
My
Loungefly,
Mouse.
like a lot of Loungefly stuff is all Minnie Mouse, and that stuff goes for big money. Huge fan of Mickey Mouse. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that are huge fans as well and have never been to Disney World or Disneyland or any Disney property, and then it's
a luxury in
It's-
a way.
it
be able to
is
go.
it's extremely expensive. First off, like I don't think I'll be at Disney for at least 2 or 3 years, just because first off the pricing. I have a lot of other stuff going on in life, and it's not a bad thing. It's just timing. And then
I think that's Disney's biggest thing is it's just super expensive.
It is.
To get there and to stay there and to enjoy it.
It's a great experience. The atmosphere and everything is great. Oh, you had to work. Oh, geez.
That really stinks.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear
Ruins
that.
everything fun, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, work, unfortunately it, keeps me busy five days out of the week until, 4 o'clock or so. Then I'm up here building trains.
Oh wow, that's a really cool trade.
I've always wanted to go to Disneyland. Never been to never been to Disneyland, always been to Disney World, and Disneyland just seems... I want to see what Walt did. I want to see what he created originally and get into the mind of Walt, because he's a brilliant guy. He had a lot of ideas. He was just one of those people who's just like kind of just do it, and he's inspired me to do a lot of things, especially train stuff. I mean, Walt was a huge Disney train fanatic. Like anytime you're at a Disney park, there's a train. Disneyland had, at one point, I want to say it had three trains, because it had the well, if you count the monorail, I guess, yeah, 3 trains, because the monorail. Then they had I forgot the name of I think it was like a Zephyr, and then they always had the Disneyland Railroad, which is a live steam. And they also had the Wilderness Adventure. I don't know the name of it, but they had that right before they built the ideas for Thunder Mountain, so to say. But that was much later. I'm talking like this is the original adventure ride. But I've always wanted to go there and just see pretty much, of all that. The Lionel was a move. Star says cool. The Scout. Okay. Let's see. You said it's a movie that came with the sets? One of the trains I have where is that? Very rare. Oh wow, Crank and Key. Yeah, I don't own any wind-up stuff. I definitely want to get into it. Like, I'll show you guys an engine that... I think it's the oldest engine I currently own. It's not the... I'll just show you guys really quick. If I can grab it out of here. So this is a pre-war Lionel 252, and these are from the 1920s. Mid-20s to the end of the 20s, into the 30s. And I actually have 3 variations. One of them, see, like there's no punch out here for a light. That's just like a little scratch. But then you have your whistle here, or a steam dome. Then you have your pantograph. And then here you actually have your lamp. So this one also has, it would have been a reverse switch here, manual reverse before the E units, which are like your automatics. I have this variation, and then I have another one that has lights on this side and that side. And then the other variation has an older lamp on the front and the reverse switch. And this one's been fully rewired, and it runs super smooth. Lots of trains. But yeah, one of these days I'm going to do a pre-war run day for sure. That's actually why I did the high rail system. I know a lot of guys are for like high rail. It's not very prototypically correct. It's old school. It came out almost. I guess I want to put this in the. I'll do a crapshoot here. I think this track system's almost 100 years old. And I did this because of the wheel flanges here. You can actually see how high these wheels are, and the flanges go extremely deep. And then when you go across a switch, it doesn't hop out. Like this one, it needs to be flipped that way. But I can run these and they don't pop out of the switches, compared to the fast track stuff will actually pop these engines right out of the track. And I don't want that. These engines have already been through it. And yeah, I don't want to see these engines break. Especially how rare they are, and to find parts, it's extremely hard to find parts for these now. I don't know if people are throwing them away or whatever. They just don't know what they have. What's that?
I don't know.
Actually power this up. Oh, it's shorted out. Yeah, some of these I actually have to go through and determine if they work or not. But it'll be really cool to do a run day. And then I have a bunch of the, I showed earlier, a bunch of 1688s in the collection. I want to do a whole video on that to show, I think there's like 4 or 5 variations that I have. And it's just one of those things, Lionel, I think, started building them, and they became slightly popular because they were a cheaper, they were like a cheaper version of the streamlined Penske K4, and which would have been considered, I think it's called an S1. So I have every variation of that, and then Lionel just kept on changing them up, and they basically would just move the E unit, the your reversing unit, all over the shell. So sometimes it'd be in the back, sometimes it'd be in the front or in the middle. And then it's different motor variations. It was very weird how they did that. Thank you so much for the compliment on the wall. It's actually stacked styrofoam. Let's see. Yeah, Mount Gemma. So yeah, the cat will go behind there and she'll fall asleep, and she stays nice and warm on the foam subfloor here, or my underlayment here. And the foam is actually just this same exact styrofoam. It's just stacked up, and I just became fascinated by how I could stack it, and I would just rip it apart instead of using a tool to cut it, and just rip it apart and do that. My dad, stepdad, I have a whole here. It's not run. If you need help getting that train running, I'd love to help you out. If you guys need any help maintenancing or any rewiring, I can lend you guys a hand. Just give me a shout. Because I'd hate to see for trains to be sitting and not running. Most of my stuff runs. I know this guy here, I probably just awoke it from its nap. It's a little cranky. I want a spray gunner, 2D compressor. Yeah, I have one of those. I mean, they're, like I said before, like Amazon's got the kit that includes all of that stuff. What?
Me moving the bowl.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. This is another pre-war engine I'll have to do a run day with, and these are a lot of fun too. And someone painted a Pensy keystone on the front, so that's really cool. Let me zoom in here. And these are from the 1930s, and they have a little switch in the back to reverse the train, and I usually just lock it and forward. It's not automatic, it's not an E unit, it's just a forward, reverse, neutral tab switch there. Usually when I find these are broken off, these little lanterns, and then the motors aren't as clean. This thing is extremely clean, runs great. Actually, I can show you guys. Oh yeah, someone did the pinstriping on the wheels too. They did a little bit of custom painting on this one. So they have, like, up here, this grill is painted, the Pensy logo that someone put in there, and then the wheels are pinstriped. So maybe they knew someone on the Pensy at the time when they bought this, or they had a connection to the Pensy. So yeah, let's see. It needs more power. Whoops. Yeah, sure thing. It's depending on what device you're using. I'm using an iOS device, and it's under Prism, as in like a light Prism, live, and it's like an app. It links directly to your YouTube channel. Whoops! So I can get this little engine to run. Yeah, these run nice and smooth. But yeah, I can put a link in there once I get off the live of so I can find the website, because right now I'm broadcasting off an iPhone 8, and going into the computer. There it goes. Oh, did you put a link in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nikki's got you covered. She's gonna put a link in the chat.
This link is for Apple devices, so I don't know.
Yeah, because we only...
if it'll redirect for Android, but it might.
And it works for people that have under 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Like I said, JP Videos hooked that up for me, and it's free. It's free, and then the oh, okay. So yeah, basically it's a free application. It connects to your YouTube. You have to sign in through Google, and it works really well. And then when your video is done streaming, it then downloads to your profile. So you may not see it in your videos tab quite yet, or your thumbnail, but the cool thing is, like, in a few hours, maybe the next morning, you'll see it show up in your video feed and your live feed. So it's a really cool tool to have. But guys, it's actually getting pretty late. It's 10:30 where we are. I'm gonna have to get off of here, but I'm gonna try doing a live stream every Monday. Schedule live stream between what time we wanted to try doing 7 p.m. but the thing is, I ran into so many problems today with the layout. The layout was a mess. You guys will see that in the upcoming video of what it looked like to get here to this moment. Basically, I had tools all over the place, and electrical equipment and lights and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to try to do it every Monday, Monday-Runday at 7 p.m. And if you guys just hit the bell icon when I go live, it should appear. And if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit a like. We're trying to grow the channel, trying to get people talking about trains. I love hearing your guys' stories, and I love to help you guys out with any questions or anything you guys need train related. or if you guys just want to talk trains, just send me an email. I'm gonna get the Facebook up and running so you guys can send me messages.
Before
All
we
kinds
go,
of stuff.
that last link there's the Android link for Prism.
Okay. Thanks, Nikki.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And
So
not just trains, we do adventures as well that will be going on that we'd like to share with you guys too.
yeah, a lot of adventure stuff. Mostly train live stream just because we're on the Wi-Fi at the house, so we can stream pretty well. I mean, it's doing all right, but adventure. Historical stuff, train related stuff, amusement parks, any cool like roadside finds that are just fun to check out and just share with you guys our adventures. But I'd like to thank you guys for joining me in the live stream here, and hope you guys have a great night, and hope to see you guys in future streams and videos. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night.